Hello and welcome to the Start Your Business, Change Your Life podcast, brought to you by womenforchange.info. I'm Nell, the CEO and owner of Women for Change, where we help women start and grow their businesses online. Today I want to talk about something I've been wanting to discuss on this podcast for a while, and that is the mompreneur balance. Does it exist? Is there such a thing? I've kind of taken the work-life balance and given it a new spin. For us mompreneurs, there is so much that goes into being a mompreneur, and I know there's so much that goes into being a stay-at-home mum and a mum that works, and then being a mompreneur adds a different dynamic onto it too. And that's something that I'm speaking from because that's the experience that I have. But I would love to hear your journey and your experience of being a stay-at-home mum or a mum that works. You know, how do you make it work for you? So in thinking about if there is a mompreneur balance, it's something that I guess I didn't really think about before I had a baby. I became a mum in 2014, and being an entrepreneur, it was a shift for me to go from just entrepreneur and being just all about myself and all about my business to being a mompreneur, and the mum comes before the entrepreneur. So I didn't really know, I didn't have a plan because, you know, becoming a mum and being a mum, you can make different plans for things that can happen, but ultimately, you don't really have control. You know, when you have a baby, you don't know if they're going to be a baby that likes to sleep, a baby that's going to be a little bit more fidgety. As good luck would have it, my little daughter was really, really good. She was a good sleeper, and I was able to jump right back into working days after I had her, just because, you know, when you're an entrepreneur, you just never really stop. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, you just never really stop. So I did jump back in just days after working, not because I had to, but just because she was that good and I still had a desire to work. Now I'm thinking of taking a break, but now she's going to be 2. But yes, I definitely jumped back in, and then as time went on, you start to think about this thing called a mompreneur balance. For me, in thinking, does it exist? I have to say yes, it does exist, but it exists in an individual state for all of us. When you go to playgroups, daycares, nurseries, or just speak to different mums, or even online forums with mums, and what works for one person is not going to necessarily work for the next person, and it's hard, but we have to really remove ourselves from comparing ourselves to other people and competing, you know, subconsciously, or, you know, just even with the celebrities and the whole body images, like, oh, well, so-and-so is able to have a baby, and then within 6 weeks, they look fantastic. For the general mum out there, that's not our lives. We don't have unlimited amount of extra time or live-in nannies to watch our children so that we can work out and quote-unquote bounce back. And some people naturally bounce back, so that's okay too. But the balance that I speak of is kind of like an internal balance. What works for you? And that's what I had to come to terms with. What works for you? You have to go by your goals. You know, is one of your goals to make sure that your child or children stay at home with you, you know, whilst you work? Is it for them to be in daycare? The balance depends on your goals and what you are trying to achieve, and that is going to be different for every single person. So what I can suggest you do is write down your mummy goals, your parent goals, what you are hoping to achieve, like within the next 6 months to a year, because it also depends on the age of your child. You know, do you have a baby, a toddler, preschool, school, thing, a teenager? Like, there's so many different elements when there's a child, depending on what stage they're at. Your goals are definitely going to shift. So write down your mummy goals and also write down your business goals and see how you are able to marry the two to a point where you can find peace, because you can only do what you can do. That's something that I really had to come to terms with this week. It just was really busy for me this week in terms of it being summer, so my daughter wanted to play out a lot. We just got a new slide for the backyard, the garden, so wanted to play out a lot, but then work has been extra, fully. There's been a lot of work on, so it was just like this somewhat of a pressure to really balance the two. That's why this podcast episode is just right on time for me to talk about. But then I had to stop and say to myself, you can only do what you can do, and kind of like be in the moment. And so that's why if you sit down and take a moment out and write out your money goals, write down your business goals and marriage the two, then you can kind of feel at ease. And that's what it's all about, because if you're uneasy about stuff, you're going to just feel overwhelmed. Something isn't going to go right. The energy towards your child or children, or the energy towards your business, is going to be off. So that's why I'm such an advocate of writing down goals, because it just helps to kind of center the mind and just get things down on paper, and allows, or on your phone. It just helps you to be able to get your thoughts down, focus, review them, and feel, okay, yeah, I am meeting my goals, and they're my goals, not the next person's goals, or not this celebrity's goals, or not the Joneses' goals. So I do fully believe in the Mompreneur balance, and it is our own individual balance. Don't feel guilty because you're spending too much time with your children, or don't feel guilty because you're spending too much time on your business, because you would have written down those goals. And so maybe this week or this month, it is more focused on the children because it's summer and they need that. But maybe next month or the month after, it's going to be more amped up on your business. The kids are going to be back at school, and you do have that time. So don't just be... That's why being in the moment, it's kind of like, you could be in the moment and it could be like, oh no, I need to get this done now. But you also need to have like an overview of your whole kind of schedule, and don't just take things in the now. Like, I'm meant to, have this piece of work submitted for a client and it's not done now. And oh my gosh, it's just like, take a step back, and you can only do what you can only do. What's going to happen if you don't do it? 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be the end of the world. Communicate with your client, communicate with, whoever needs to be communicated with. And I'm sure, that meeting can be moved along. Something happened where I was meant to be speaking with a client at 9. She wasn't available until 2 hours after, and I knew I wasn't available then because I had to do stuff. I did get a little bit of anxiety, but then I just messaged her and I said, is an evening appointment better for you? Because that's what works for me. So just know what works for you, and know that you are giving your all in both areas, and that is all that you can do. So just to summarize this episode, the Mompreneur balance does exist, ladies, it does, but it's within us, and it's our own internal balance. Remember to write down your goals, your mummy goals, and your business goals, and see how you can marriage the two for the month or the period. And that's something that I've definitely done, and it's helped me so much. I really hope that tip works for you all. I would love to hear your feedback. Please follow me on Instagram, Women for Change Info, or on Twitter, simply Women for Change, and send me your feedback. I would like to let you know that if you are finding it hard to do all the things that you need to do in your business online, maybe you need tweaks on your website, you're not sure what tweaks you need, you're not sure how to be getting more traffic to your website or blog, you don't know if you're going the right way with social media, you seem to be posting, but you're not getting that many followers or interaction. I mean, are you even getting traffic from social media to your website and you're just not sure? You prefer to focus on your business rather than, trying to get the mechanics of social media and marketing and web development to work. I want to let you know that I have started a new program, and it's called a marketing and website review, where you can visit womenforchange.info/office. The details are in the description. And here I offer you a one-on-one service where myself and my team are able to look at your website, look at your marketing, give a full analysis of what you need to do to meet your goals. We give you an in-depth analysis and action plan, so you are on target to do what you need to do, and it's specific to your business. I mean, I love everything online, and people give so much great information, but it's like the blogs that I write, the podcasts that I do, the webinars that I do. They're great general information, but there comes a time when you do need that specific help, that specific information that is just tailor-made for your business, and that is what the marketing and website review is made for. So head over to womenforchange.info/office, read a little bit more about the marketing and website review, and if you want to go ahead and get started, you can click the button on the website and you can have your review turned around to you within 7 business days. It's been able to help so many people, and it's a way for me to be able to offer my services to you a heavily reduced cost, because getting one-on-one consultation with a web developer and a marketing person could be through the roof, but this is such a great price, and I'm just really happy to be able to offer that service to you to help you get your business to where it needs to be. So thank you for listening, and see you next time.